Hey there, people. What's good? It's your girl Carol, aka TheRealByMsG, if you're nasty. And this is Ask a Veteran. And we delve into hard topics like PTSD and how to deal with it. And if you have family members who are who have PTSD, how to deal with them. And then I also try to give some kind of tips and things on disability and things that veterans can use that are free to, make their life a little better. So let's talk about it. Okay, so we're going to go back to anxiety again because anxiety is like a broad topic, right? So, anxiety is pretty much, well, my definition of anxiety is pretty much I've gone through something and the response that I was supposed to have at the time or the flight version of the decision that I made um, pops up later, and all that fear washes over me, and now I'm scared to do random things, right? Yay. So we're going to start talking about these tethers again, right? So when you have flashbacks and night terrors and things of that nature that are brought on, that anxiety enhances, you have to find something that brings you out of it because, like, flashbacks can last ever. Yeah. So, like, you see the homeless veterans on the side of the road that are talking to themselves. They're currently in a flashback, most likely. And it's one of those rabbit hole situations where if you fall into that rabbit hole, like, it's a possibility you won't come out, depending on how dark the hole is and how many vines that you have to cut through to get to the other side. And so when it comes to this beautiful thing we call anxiety, um, they anxiety, oh Jesus. Okay, so when my anxiety kicks in, right, there's certain things that I have to do to, like, if I'm by myself, I have to find a way to bring myself out of it, right? Now, there are some occasions that I still haven't quite figured out the route out. Um, 4th of July is really, really bad for me. Um, they say that it's, one of those holidays that's supposed to be for, like, hey, we won the war, we won it. So this is for our victory. Well, what about the people who fought in these wars? Um, so, like, fireworks and things of that nature, they set me off really, really, really bad. And okay, we're back in honesty corner. We're gonna tell the truth today. This is stupid. Okay, so 4th of July was really bad for me. Um, it was just me and the smidget, and I thought that I was gonna get in bed early enough. I thought I was gonna be okay, but I was ill prepared. Ill prepared. And when the first M80 went off, I went back to Iraq, and I could feel myself slipping, and I was stuck. I was stuck for about a good hour before I was able to call for help. And even when I called for help, it still took help a minute to get there. And then I had to pull myself out enough to unlock the door so that help could come in. The problem with this stupid anxiety, right, is that depending on how strong the memory is, that's how strong the flashback is. Like, you don't have flashbacks of eating in a galley, right? Unless something happened in that galley. Wasn't even safe when we was eating. It was stupid. It was really dumb. You weren't even safe when you were working out in the gym. It was stupid. But this here anxiety thing, right? So anxiety shows up in weird ways. Um, Anxiety can show up in the manner of, I'm going to fight my way out of this situation, even if it's not a real threat. Anxiety can mean I'm not leaving the house. Listen, it's other people. I don't like people. So why would I even leave the house? Like, I remember when I first got back, I needed the house to be dark, but I was also scared of the dark. So being in pitch black was overwhelming, and letting the sunlight into my house was overwhelming. So it was very confusing. And as you can see, sunlight comes in now. Yes, vitamin D. But it took me a minute to get to this portion of my life, to be awake enough to understand that I'm not there. And I I know I talk about this a lot, but getting out of that haze of those pills that they had me on, oh my God, I was on so many drugs at the same time. And I know I'm not the only one, because I know at least 15, 16 soldiers with a page long list like mine. A page long. I was on, and I don't have high blood pressure, heart problems, diabetes. I don't have none of that. I'm just a veteran. That's it. That's all. Yeah. Otherwise healthy. Hmm. You're welcome. Yeah. So, with my anxiety, I found that it made me, like, crowded places was bad at first. And then loud places was bad. And then dark places were bad. And then light places were, like, it was just, it didn't matter where I went, I was going to have anxiety. Period. Yeah. It's just, you have to find something to focus on those other times besides the 4th of July, when I can feel my anxiety kicking up and I can feel a panic attack, or I can feel a flashback, or I can feel like something weird is going on in my body right now. I had to start focusing on things like, um, I would find some eyes, right? Um, because it really is debilitating. Like, for real, it really is. Like, it shuts my body down. Like, I freeze whatever I'm doing, I freeze. Um, yeah. And Has it happened in public? Oh, yes. In the most random places. And I learned that I had to find eyes. Find eyes of anybody because I couldn't, at one point right now, if a flashback sets in, if a panic attack sets in, I'm stuck. Most times I can't move anything but my neck and my eyeballs. You know how creepy that is? To just be like, it's creepy. It really is. But I'm surviving. So I do what I need to do to survive at this point. Because if I survive there, why come home and not survive? But that's another thing. Like you have to listen, when I say tell people, please tell people, please. I don't care if they look at you crazy. I could care less at this point. At this point, it's a safety issue. Okay? Can we be honest about that? It's a safety issue because trust and believe you're a very strong person. I know because we didn't have that many weak people in the military. I'm just saying. We didn't have that many weak people. We might have called them weak, but they went through the same boot camp as us and they were some strong people. You did hand to hand. You hit that mat, you felt it. Just saying, it's a real life. And those civilians that you are in contact with do not have the same training as you, love bug. And it's muscle memory. 100%. I bet you if you try to take down uh a halfway decent, listen, because you know it's some halfway decent ones out there. I'm not talking about, listen, we're not going to try to make it seem like, okay? Because let me tell you, some of them amputees out there, okay, get in the ring with them. You out. You're out. I don't care. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Like, it's muscle memory. And if I need to turn it on, it is turned on. My legs don't work, but if I need to run, trust and believe these things will move. Muscle memory. It's a real situation. Just honesty. Okay? When it comes down to this anxiety, you have to. I learned how to meditate. I say the first 15, 20 times, I did not get anything done. You just trust and believe. My mind was going all over the place. But meditation does help. It calms me. It makes it so that my body, instead of it going, ooh, it'll be like, you know how great it is to just take a breath? Just take a breath. No, you know what? We're going to do it now, okay? Because somebody is streaming right now and ain't nobody got time for none of that. So I need you to breathe, okay? Because listen, let me tell you, anger management did not work for me, okay? Most military people have been through anger management. Why? Because we're angry drunks. Like, we got road rage. It just comes with it. If you done convoys, you got road rage. Sorry. Like, we're used to driving on a highway and no other cars being there, and that we just go. Sorry? There should be a convoy pass. If you've ever driven in convoy, you don't like highways. Highways give you anxiety. So, There should be a convoy lane. All veterans can ride in this lane. But see what the problem with that is, all veterans can't drive. Love you guys. Some of y'all can't drive. Some of y'all need a driver. Okay? Time to upgrade, get a driver. So you don't have to drive anywhere. You just take a nap in the back, I guess. Make sure that they're all blacked out windows so you don't have to see it. Okay? Love you. This is me helping. I'm just saying, like, you gotta find a mellowing agent. Like, I know there's a lot of veterans out there that became chefs because cooking is very calming, right? You got artists out there, um, because painting, working with your hands, clay, woodwork, metalwork, glasswork, all of those works. Or, maybe you're a techie, play a video game, win $1 million. Like, you can do that. Like, you got teens out there winning millions of dollars playing video games. I'm going to say you have a little bit more training and can beat a little kid if you actually apply yourself. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you like. Figure out what you like. I told you got to figure out what you like. And I'm telling you, your anxiety kind of mellows out. It's like instead of you being on 10 7 days a week, you'll be on 10 3 days a week. And you'll feel the difference because you're able to do stuff throughout the week. And then after it's 3 days a week, then it's 3 times a month. And then from 3 times a month, then you'll end up having it like 3 times a year. Like, it's not an overnight process. It's never going to be an overnight process. It's so dumb. I wish it was a flip of the switch because I feel like the switch got flipped when I got back to the States. So, like, I wish it was just one bloop, bloop. Like, I wish it was that, but it's not. It's a process. Like, you have to find what works for you. Because this is an individual walk. Yeah, I'm giving you all the tools that you need to make your walk easier. But this free will thing is fun, right? It's fun, right? Like we be working hard, remember? So I'm just saying, like, it's just one of those situations. Like, you have to figure out. Now, my way will work for somebody. Because somebody is going to have almost the exact same experience as me. Almost identical. Because the military is large, but it's repetitive. So, my way will probably work for you. And my way is still one of the hard ways, but it's still a way. You have to find a way to laugh at least 3 times a day. And it has to be like a heart. Tears. Can't breathe. My chest. You remember when your stomach used to hurt and you used to laugh so hard your stomach used to hurt? Like you used to like do like a full ab workout? Laughing? You used to tell your friends you hated them because they made you laugh? Because it was probably something that you wasn't supposed to laugh at? Remember? It's time to get back to that. I'm just saying. It's time to smile again. It's time to remember how awesome you are. What you mean? Tripping. Just saying. You sacrificed already once. Why sacrifice again? Time to win, 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 win. Find you a tether. Find you a squad of people. Your little circle your tribe, whatever you want to call it. What the no, I don't. I'm not gonna say that one. I'm just saying. You got to find a group of people who are like minded and who are on the same trajectory as you. Because if they are and they're rising, the plus about it is you can jump off that trajectory if you want to. If your trajectory is going down really, really fast, it's time maybe jump off that ride. You ain't got to go all the way to the end of the ride. Like, this is the universe. Like, you can just jump off the ride and pick another ride. Just make a different decision. Every day you can make a new decision. If you don't want to have anxiety today, just decide you don't want it. Just saying. I forced my body to do what I want it to do. It doesn't work all the time, but it works more times than not. I try myself to put myself around positive energy people. That's another thing. If you're around negative people all the time, if you're around toxicity, I think that's it. I think I said it. I might have said it slow. The word came out. I know words. Whatever. But how do you expect to emote positivity when you're only around negativity? Like at your job, we understand like negative people is just gonna be there. There's always negative people at your job. I don't know. Every job has to have at least depending on how big your job is. If it's 5 people in the room, at least 1 or 2 of them negative, maybe 3. If you got a workplace of 100 people, I'm gonna say about 68 of them is negative people. I don't know why. All the negative people be at your job. But once you leave your job, you get to determine who you're around, right? Unless you're in a halfway house, and then you really don't have a choice. I'm just saying, like we just thank you, Lord, whatever it is. But you make the decision on who you bring into your area. If somebody is always negative, always has something negative to say, then you make the decision because listen, this PTSD is not nothing to play with. And everything is a factor. Everything is a factor. Where you live, who's around you, what you eat, what you drink, how you sleep, how often you sleep. If it's a full sleep, if it's broken sleep, all of that is a factor when it comes to PTSD. And I'm sorry that you got the nice little disorder that you got to put in work for, but you do. Love you. Like this is as honest as I can get. You have a lot to do. You have a lot to do. If you want your mind to be healed, you got to heal a whole bunch of other stuff, love bug. I had to do some surgeries that I didn't want to do because my physical goes with my mental. If my body is in a certain state, then my mental is going to be along the same lines because it goes all together. It goes all together. And once you learn that, you win. You don't even realize you actually watching this video. You've just unlocked a new memory and made it so that now you can deal with another thing that you couldn't deal with before. You just have to figure out, okay, every time I get around this person, I get the jitters. Every time I hear this person's voice, I don't know why, but my face scrunch like this. Like, I shouldn't be like looking like this when I'm having just a regular conversation about coffee. I shouldn't be wondering what the next thing you're going to do or if this is a setup. I'm always thinking things are a setup. It's part of PTSD too. I always feel like somebody has an ulterior motive. And sometimes I'm right. You got to figure out who your circle is, because your circle will assist you in a lot of this stuff. You won't be in it by yourself. You won't have to figure out a lot of this stuff by yourself, because you'll have people behind you, beside you, in front of you, all around you, to make sure that you're not in this alone anymore. Even if you felt like you were in it alone, you're not. I'm here. I got your back, boo boo. Always have, always will. Even though you might not know me, I still got you. Because you still my brother in arms. Right? I got you 6. Period. So with this anxiety, you need to find you a positive group. Find you a squad. Find you somebody who is going to touch and agree. And instead of speaking death on you, speak life. You got to find those people. They're out there. If the people that you're hanging out with right now, the only thing y'all do is drink and black out, in the group. Don't shoot the messenger. I just want all of us to be able to come back home and live. That was the whole reason why we were over there, was to come back and live. They promised us all these things, sign-on bonuses, like just regular bonus checks. Like they promised us the world, and I want to get it. That's what I want. Well, there's a toddler yelling at me right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and log off, and I will talk to you guys another day. Find a group, remove the toxic people, and yeah, laugh 3 times a day. Find you one of these YouTube videos of people acting retarded and crack up. You hear me? They have a try not to laugh videos. Try those, because those, you gonna laugh at things you're probably not supposed to laugh at. That's just honesty. Cause I watched some of them. Sorry. All right, love bugs. I will talk to you guys another day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit the button. 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 Okay. I was about to make that into a twerk song, and I do apologize. Things like that happen every now and then. All right. Love you guys. My brother in arms. And I'll talk to you guys another day. And deuces.